Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and thanks for tuning into part 1 of my Golden Horde campaign for Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD. It was a pretty close vote between the Golden Horde, the Cumans, and the Khwarezmian Empire, but the Golden Horde just managed to squeak ahead, and we will be playing the Golden Horde in this campaign. Now, they actually don't start off as the Golden Horde, which was very interesting to find out. They start off as the Ulus of Jiotsi, or Joshi. I've heard two different pronunciations, so if you guys do know which one it is, let me know down in the comments below. But we actually have to settle a few regions to become the Golden Horde, so I thought that was kind of a cool mechanic. But what we're going to do is to save that for last, and we're going to remain a horde for the majority of this campaign. I think that'll make it a little bit more fun. The Mongols were a very horde-like faction, and I do have some victory conditions and objectives that we will go over in a bit. But looking at the faction leader, it is Joshi, or Jiochi, and our religion is Tengrianism. Nothing here about them just yet, they haven't filled it in, but I'm going to be playing on very hard difficulty, although the initial challenge is normal nomads. Obviously, their faction strength is good horse archers, which makes sense, and their weakness is infantry. We probably won't be utilizing much infantry in our armies in this campaign, however, because if you come over here and look at the Great Khanate of Tartar tribes, one arrow alone can be easily broken, but many arrows are indestructible. We've got the Reclamation, which is the expedition can reclaim regions for the Roman Empire, which I thought was interesting. Mongol Terror, minus 10 enemy morale when besieging, and plus 50% income from sacking, looting, and razing. We've got Mongol Swarm Tactics, plus 20% charge bonus, and plus 20% rate of fire in open field battles. So really going to be trying to force the enemy to sally out against us from those siege battles and fight us on the field, because we will actually have quite a few bonuses there. Tributary overloads, plus 2 from levy units and 100% income from tributaries. We probably won't have any tributaries in this campaign, and you will see that when we go over the 3 victory objectives I have. But this is why I was talking about maybe not utilizing a lot of infantry, because we've got plus 25% upkeep for all infantry units. So that's going to make it tough for us to field very much infantry, especially early game. There are no victory objectives here, but I have 3 that are outlined just like the Kingdom of Serbia campaign, and again, they're set in stone, but they're not really. With the Serbian campaign, I had 3 objectives, but then one of them was actually changed because you guys in the comments down below were telling me that it didn't really fit, so we were able to modify those changes without much trouble. So if you feel that any of these objectives really don't fit or don't make sense, feel free to let me know and we could take a look at it. But the first objective is to restore the borders of the Golden Horde, which makes sense. They had a large swathe of land from, eastern Russia all the way up to almost the Baltics and the Kingdom of Hungary, so we will be looking to restore those borders. However, we're going to raise, sack, and destroy from Ithil to the borders of Hungary, so just completely wipe out everything. We're going to remain a horde. Remember, we're not going to be settling these regions right away. And then no negotiations with any factions except the Ilkhanate Horde. I think that kind of fits. So no non-aggression pacts, no trade agreements, no alliances, no nothing. And then the second objective is to form the Golden Horde. And I've kind of put myself some minor objectives so that I don't just go right for forming the Golden Horde. I think that'd be something that would be nice for us to do towards the end of the campaign. So the first thing we need to do is accumulate a war chest of 250,000 gold. The mechanics in this game make it very costly for the Horde to actually settle anyways, so I think it would be smart if we had a nice war chest before actually settling. And then no settlement is allowed to be settled until the war chest is raised. So, like, if we don't have that much, we cannot settle any regions. And then once the war chest is raised, settlement begins in the regions necessary to form the Golden Horde. And I will show you which regions those are once we get onto the campaign map. And then the final objective is to go back through the destruction that is Eastern Europe and resettle all of those territories to bring them all under one flag, and that would be our flag, the Golden Horde. So a couple of things here. Just let me know down in the comments below if you think that fits. I'm trying to just go very close with what the Golden Horde would have done. They didn't really take a lot of territory early on, but for the mechanics of the game, for us to actually restore the borders, we do have to take that territory. So that's why I was thinking about doing that towards the end. But we're going to have a good 10, 12 parts, 10, 12 episodes of just utter destruction before we even think about settling, which should be exciting. So let's go ahead and jump into the campaign. Alright guys, welcome to the campaign map, and as you can see we have 3 separate Mongol armies that have arrived to bring death and destruction to all who oppose them. And just a quick note, I do have a bit of a sore throat, so if my voice does sound a little bit strange, that is why. But I haven't actually played a Horde campaign in quite some time. In fact, the last time that I played a Horde campaign was the Hun campaign in base game Total War Attila, and that would have been upon release, so it's been quite some time. And I don't think I've ever played a Horde campaign on the channel as well, so this will be a first. But let's go ahead and get stuck into this. I think I remember most of the mechanics for the Hordes. So obviously we've got the army view here and the building view. These are actually quite developed. I believe in the base game you only start with 1 or 2 of these open. Now all of these slots do require money and growth to build. So you can see we require 2 growth and this amount of money to build. So we can obviously balance what we need looking in the upper right hand corner for each army. You can see each army is different. So, for instance, 170 food in this army is not really necessary. However, 10 food is a little bit too low. Now, we are suffering from rivalry at the moment. And for those of you who don't know, basically what rivalry is if you have more than one army in the same region, they have rivalry. So, basically, you know, you could imagine a massive Mongol army here, and they would be foraging for food in this certain region, and they would probably come into conflict with other rival warlords and the troops that are loyal to that warlord. So it's basically a mechanic that means you can't really keep your troops too close together. So with that in mind, we probably could move this one down to the south. Also, let me know how the volume is as well, guys. I did listen to it beforehand, but I wanted it to be a little bit louder than the Serbian campaign. I found that the campaign was a little bit quiet. However, there seems to be a big difference between the there seems to be a big difference between the campaign volume and the battle volume in the Serbian campaign. So I don't want to make it too loud on the campaign map, and then it would be just ridiculously loud on the battlefield. But let's take a look. So we got our faction leader here. This is Jochi. And he's got a pretty sizable force here, 17 stack, but we'll probably have to change it up just a little bit. And we've got another army here. This is a much smaller army led by Jelma, or Yelme. And then this is Subutai. Oh, Subutai. Excellent. And he is leading a 15 stack, also pretty developed in the Horde, and this one is not too far behind. So for this one, let's go ahead and encamp them, and it'll actually show our integrity here. So we don't really have public order, but we really have to focus on integrity or obedience. And if this gets too low, obviously we can have some major issues. Yeah, mutiny and 5 turns for this guy, so he's not looking too hot. So if we actually move him over here... is he still suffering from rivalry? Yeah, they might actually still be in the same territory. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But I think he can move down to the south, or do I want to move him up here? I think we're going to move him down here for now. And I think it's just 25%. Yes. And see, it does give you a lot of bonus as well. It gives you horde growth, which you need. It'll give you wealth from all of your buildings, so that can help your income. And immune to desert, snow, and swamp attrition. And it gives you extra integrity, so very useful to have them encamped as much as possible. So yeah, his integrity is getting better, which is excellent. Now, I've already had a good look at the buildings. If you want to, you can look at them on your own time, or just kind of take a look in the left hand when I've got them selected here. But basically what I figured out is that we have 10 slots here, basically. So 9 slots discounting the main settlement chain, because obviously we're going to have that in all of our hordes. But we've got 9 slots left over, so we only have 1 food building as a horde. So if we have 2 of those food buildings maxed up, that should be more than enough food for us. So that would leave 7. So we have the this building here, So we've got basically cavalry training and infantry training here. We're not really going to focus much on the infantry and go more towards the cavalry. But with 7 slots remaining, we put one of these in. That is 6 remaining. And then the only other thing we have is this. So we've got these 5 buildings, which we could add all 5 in. So I don't really have to worry too much about choosing which building is what. We'll probably be able to have one of everything in here. So I'm not really too worried about that, because that is our only buildings while we are encamped. Now, just before we get going and get stuck into the campaign, let's take a look at the tactical overview here. Because I did explain the objectives in the introduction, but it really helps to see what I'm talking about on the campaign map. So now, historically, the Golden Horde did have a little bit more territory than the map of Attila allows, but basically down into about Khwarezm here, where the Khwarezmian Empire is, so we need to hold this all the way up and around, and then basically down to where the western edge of the Caspian Sea is. However, I think that I might push it a little bit further and go to the Baltics and Ruthenia. So basically to the borders of Bohemia, Tungaria, and Carpathia. So kind of something like this. And then obviously the Caucasian Mountains, or the Caucasus Mountains, sorry, would be the border here as well. So all of this territory, we're going to just burn it to the ground. And then, once that's finished, we need to obviously accumulate a very large war chest of 250,000 gold. And once that happens, then we're going to actually go for the Golden Horde, which is a decision we can make. So we can actually form it. Now, it requires us to hold Itil, Sarmatia, and the regions of Derbent, Kirsht, Ryazan, and Tana. So if we go back to the map here, so we basically have to settle Itil and Sarmatia. And then we've got Derbent here, possibly one that we'll need here. I don't know where the rest of them are, but they're in this general area. Here's Kirsht, so we need that. Ryazan. And yeah, I don't know where... Oh, and Tana. Yeah, so basically this needs to be settled. So once everything is razed, sacked, and burned to the ground, we've got our nice war chest. Then we will come back to these regions and settle them. And then from there, we will just push out and grab any remaining territory that we may want for our empire. And of course, as I said, we will not be treating with anybody except our buddies in the south, our Mongol bros. They are the Elkhanate Horde in the south, probably going after the Khwarezmian Empire, so they're the only ones that we can treat with. So I just wanted to make sure we don't have any treaties, because I would have been canceling them, which is good, and we will probably be going to war with the Cumans and the Khanate of Volga, Bulgaria very quickly. I just need to sort out a few things here. So, we've got the Tarkin's hut here, which is the Khan's hut, which makes sense, because he is our faction leader. Got a cavalry training ground, which is good. Yep. And then we've got the Hordes herd. We got an outfitters camp, which will allow us to level up a lot of our troops, which is excellent. Woodworkers is good for ballistas and catapults. It'll help us to be able to siege settlements faster. And the herders hut. So what basically are we missing? We've got the herders one. We've got the Khan's hut. So we need the elder shaman's hut, the metalworkers hut, and the nomadic fairgrounds. So 3. Oh, no, we got the outfitters camp. Excellent. So yeah, we need the elder shamans. Yeah, the elder shamans and the nomadic fairgrounds. So 2 slots there, and then we have a 3rd slot for whatever we decide to put in. Maybe we'll focus on some infantry later on down the track. But let's go ahead and get some extra food here, because that is definitely a problem. And the Kashik here, or the Keshik. Melee cavalry I'm not too bothered about, so let's get rid of that. Looking at the Mongol horse archers versus the Mongol heavy horse archers. Yeah, they're so much better. They're more expensive, obviously, in upkeep, but we will look to change all of them over eventually. But I think we need to get 4 more of the Mongolian heavy lancers. Fire Lance Infantry, Handgunner Infantry, that could be very cool, but look at the upkeep on them. 263. Yeah, they're basically as expensive as one of my cavalry units. And then we have the Karsh as well. Very cool. Upkeep of 0. That could be a good spam tactic, although they're absolutely garbage, so. A couple of ballistas might be nice too for ripping down enemy infantry. I'll have to think about that, but for now, let's go for that. And over here, yeah, the early period Lancers, what are they? Do they compare? Yeah, absolute crap, so we're going to get rid of them. And let's get 4 more. Actually 6, because we want 8 there. And then let's get a catapult for him. So that's a couple turns he needs to sit. He doesn't need this building, because he's got more than enough food. Could go for that. And then over here, because he doesn't actually have the... He doesn't have the... Where's the building that gives us... Yeah, the outfitters camp. So he's actually not going to benefit a lot from any upgrades. So I should probably focus on that. He already has 2 food buildings, so that's perfect. And he has the cavalry training grounds. So yeah, we're basically just focusing on... Oh, nope, that's even the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, so we're basically just focusing on getting the rest of these buildings here. Because he doesn't have any of them. Oh, no, he has the nomadic trade depot and the shaman's hut. Very good. So, yeah, he's missing the outfitter's camp, the Khan's hut, and the artisan's hut. Because he is not able to build catapults yet. No. And we'll stick with cheaper horse archers for now with him. So 8 horse archers is fine. We'll get 8 of the Mongolian heavy lancers. And let's go ahead and upgrade him as well. Very good. And I think that's all we can do for our first turn. In fact, we should probably do some execution of deserters to get that integrity under control. And yeah, we'll probably be pushing south to take the Cumans out here. And then we'll be moving up into the north to take on the Volga, Bulgaria. Let's go ahead and end our first turn. Oh, no, hold on. We need to figure out what technology we want. So, I mean, large city metropolis. Yeah, that could be good. And public order -10 penalty due to the presence of other religions. I mean, I don't know if that really affects me, though, because I'm a horde. That's the thing. I see some of my horde buildings in here. Derby grounds, military, metalworkers yurt, outfitters camp. Yeah, so going after that would be pretty good. Enemy siege holdout time -1. Rating income plus 50%. That's actually very good. I didn't really check all the bonuses here if there were any. Growth +2. How long will it take to get there? 76 turns! Oh my goodness. That is absolutely crazy. Wealth from agricultural buildings. Or we can go for the rating income, which is 37 turns. I think we'll just go for that. Very good. Very good. Okay. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Mercenary influx. Driven by tales of glory and riches, a large number of mercenaries have flocked to your lands. I don't even think we have mercenaries yet.
Warriors all!
No, that's not what I meant.
For the tribe!
Yeah, there's no mercenaries, so.
Are you ready to
Actually,
to the tribe?
let's do only 4 for him, because I've got to watch our income. I have to be careful about that.
Ready for battle.
And we can't get another upgrade here. And already his food is better because we don't have rivalry. And bonuses plus 25%. Wow, very good. That is nice. I wonder why it's plus 25%? Oh, of course, because we're encamped. Yes. And I mean, we're stuck here for another turn. So if I built this... Oh, it's going to be... Yeah, 2 turns for the communal grounds. So that's probably not worth it. Can I just upgrade... Oh my gosh, how expensive is this? I could just upgrade that, that's it. Wow. Okay, fair enough. And we've got Khwarezmian Empire and the Gurud Sultanate War. And it looks like they declared war on us as well. Okay. And yeah, another 3 turns before they can move anyways. Let's just get rid of that so we can get the communal grounds in. One more turn for that as well. And yeah, probably just going to blast through a couple of end turns here while we get everything under control. And then we'll be able to push out. But eventually when we invest in buildings that increase our integrity a great amount, it actually won't even matter that we have like units next to each other or armies next to each other, because we'll be able to just ignore the penalties basically. Yeah, the Khwarezmian Empire having a pretty tough time there against the Ilkhanate Horde. And he would be able to move in 2 turns. That is perfect. To get the communal grounds. Right? Yes, that's what he needs. And then we'll probably go maybe for the Elder Shaman Hut, I'm thinking. Or actually, we could go for the Khan's Yurt to get that extra 12 integrity. Although it's really going to cut into the food. Yeah, maybe that's the reason why we might need a third food building. Because I forgot that a lot of these can take away from that. Okay, so he can move in 1 turn. Oh man, we still can't afford it. This is expensive to, like, upgrade them. 900 each. Wow. Another end turn, I guess. It's good, too, this way, just to kind of take your time early on. The last thing you want to do is just throw yourself in and then, you know, be caught with your pants around your ankles. There are enemies around here that are much stronger than we are. Okay, so he should be able to move, yes. And we can afford that. Excellent. Just barely. So, we could move down here and siege this settlement. I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's declare war. Don't need their help. I could have brought them in, but I mainly want them to focus on the south. I don't want them to be sending their forces up here. And we do have the catapult, but... let's just continue the siege. We can't really utilize any of the towers anyways. And in 1 more turn, he's going to be ready to move as well. Yep, both of those will finish up, which is perfect. And he's just going to sit here and gather growth, basically.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, just gather growth. And actually, we'll leave that because if there is a building that I want to build next turn that I could have afforded, I'd rather just wait and not have that upgrade. Yep, that's fine. I'll have to check how many hordes we can actually field as well. If there's no, like, penalties to having more than them, it'd be a good idea to get them on the map now. So they can develop, develop their growth so that they can build up faster. It's very, very similar to, like, chaos mechanics in Warhammer 2, where it's always good to get armies in as quickly as possible. Even if you can't put units into them, it's good to have them on the battlefields, or sorry, on the campaign maps, so that they can be accumulating that growth. And it looks like the crusade is on. However, we won't be getting involved in that. Yeah, the great powers of the Catholic world. We are a great power, but we are not Catholic. Follow the god Tengri, I believe. Tengriism. Okay, yeah, so he's just building up, which is good. And he should be ready to move. Although, did we not destroy that? Oh, no, we built the communal ground. I see, I see. Okay, so let's get this guy moving. And we want to be able to
On the move, lads.
get that horde growth, so make sure we don't move all the way. We might actually have to decimate again, which is unfortunate, but he's also going to be in battle soon, so let's just dump all of the money into leveling these guys up. Does that actually increase their upkeep? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's good. I probably should have checked that earlier. We've got 93% to the walls. We probably wait one more turn and then push in, just so the catapults we're sure that it can make a breach or two. And yeah, they're just gonna sit here. So we can actually have up to 6 armies on the battlefield, but we need 8 population surplus. So do we have to wait for this 8 population surplus to get the hordes on or going? Yeah, looks like. So he could technically raise another army. And then would it be upkeep per turn, I guess? 450 or something? Punishment, tax rate of governed province. I don't know if this tax rate actually applies, though, to the horde. That's the thing. Also, we should check the factions here and see. So, Sabbatai. Ooh, +2 integrity. Yeah, you need some integrity, my dude. And recruitment cost. I probably should have put them in earlier. That would have helped. Let's have him seek a wife, because then he might be able to have a few more children. And we might be able to adopt Sabbatai as well. Actually, both of these guys we could adopt into our family. And yeah, raise a force maybe. I'm just not sure. Oh, actually, no, I forgot. We need to make sure we have the integrity buildings in place first, so that we can have hordes next to each other. Because we're going to need something to protect it. We can't have a horde just all on its own. I forgot about that. Okay, another end turn. Yep, that's fine. Do apologize for the voice, guys. Now with the Cumans at war with the Khwarezmian Empire, I wonder if they are... Oh my goodness! The Ilkhanate Horde! Yeah, please push them back! Wow, they took a beating. I mean, he has enough influence, so he could probably do it himself, I think, because I don't want to take influence away from Jochi. He does not have enough influence. He only has 5 influence, so we'll just decree it, I guess. And a noble marriage. Excellent. Let's take a look. Kadagan. Oh, no. Chance of having children, minus 20%, and minus 1 authority. Oh, shoot. We could divorce her, but then we're not going to have enough... We're not going to have enough to... to re-seek a wife. Oh, but that sucks. Personal influence, 1 per turn. I mean, I guess he does have 3 kids already, but the minus 1 authority is certainly going to hurt him. Let's see. Yeah, so neutral. Yeah, he needs to get some levels up for sure. We'll keep her for now, I guess. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's go ahead and move him. Make sure we just keep that 25%. Rather be safe than sorry.
You have further orders?
And we've got 2,800, but I don't think there's anything we can build here for that. Yeah, it's all 4,500, so we'd have to save for another turn. But that's not too bad. Although, as I said, he's moving into battle soon, so... Yeah, maybe we'll just leave that for now. I don't want to spend all of my money just sinking it into that. But I think we should be good to have our first attack here. Let's just make sure we can quick save. No, we cannot quick save, so we can't actually move in this turn. Dang it. Okay, so we'll do that next turn, right at the beginning. Make sure that we can quick save at that point. And I think that's everything. So yeah, once we get to here, maybe we'll actually raid a little bit to make a bit more money as we push forwards. But again, that horde growth is just so important. How is the strength of the Ilkhanate horde right now? I think they're having a tough time. 13th. My strength is 11. Okay, so not too bad. Cumans are number 2, though. That could be a little worrying. We'll have to see what happens. But again, they're probably fighting the Khwarezmian Empire down in the south. So they're probably battling it out over here. Out of view. But getting Jochi into some battles will definitely help him to level up and get some more authority, which would be good. We want to make sure he is powerful. War weariness has increased. People grow angry and demand an end to these incessant wars. Worse still, your troops begin to show fatigue from your long military campaigns. If your men can no longer fight, then the fighting will soon come to an end. But likely not in the way you intended. You should begin the peace process. Your subjects need respite from conflict. Give them time to heal and your men time to recover. Devotion, +1 loyalty. Well done. So she's slowly gaining influence. She can adopt people too, right? Yeah, that's 50 influence though. Dang. Yeah, because I'd like to adopt these guys if possible. Anyways, I shouldn't have clicked on anything. Yes, it looks like we can quiv. We can. Excellent. So let's go ahead and fight this battle and secure the first victory for the Golden Horde. I will see you guys on the battlefield.
Behind these walls, show them no mercy, warriors, but kill all you come across.
Alright, a very heartfelt speech from the general, and as you can see, we already took down one of their walls and broke one of their archer units as well. I think I did see some weakened ones over here, but I think they're shooting on the unit of cumin spears here. So what, did they have the archer unit on the walls? Yeah, that is tough to see if you are rooting for the cumin Khanate. So how many did they lose in that? Yeah, 130 lost already. Beautiful. We've got two options here to take these two sections of wall down as well, and they've just shattered. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I don't know where the rest of their units are, but we probably could move some of our horse archers up. So let's group these four over and bring them over to this side. We can get these guys over to this side. I don't think they'll be in range. No, they won't. Excellent. And let's bring our elite heavy horse archers up in the middle. Yeah, so they do have their archers over here, which is fine. Do they have any infantry, though, is the only thing. They've got some spears there for sure. Hitting a few targets, but not many. Ah, no. Don't fire at them, please. Okay, let's move these guys over here. Let's get these guys over here. That's a really good flanking position. And, yeah, actually, let's get these guys right up here. Right behind. And do we have fire arrows? Oh, we don't have fire arrows. That's frustrating because I was looking forward to using fire arrows against the enemy cavalry. Because flaming shot is actually super effective. Well, it's not Pokemon, but you know what I mean. It's actually more, has a bonus of +10, I believe, against enemy cavalry. And are they going to sally out? That is very brave if they do. Okay, we've got some cavalry coming in. That's perfect. So let's actually focus the cavalry. Just want to tear it down. Ah, it disappeared, though. No! There it is. There it is. There it is. I doubt that they'll charge out. I really highly doubt it. Oh, yes. Just tear down these Nogar Lancers. This is going to be an absolute bloodbath. Get the catapult to fire on these swords as well. Yeah, they don't know which way to turn. Oh, it is just all out panic inside the Cumin settlement. Oof, hitting a bit of the cavalry there. Very nice shot. But I'm supposed to aim for the infantry. Yeah, that was a pretty good shot. Nice. Who says Mongols can't do sieges? Oh my goodness, this one's getting absolutely shredded. Let's pull that one back. It's because of the archers in here, that's why. Let's see if we can get all four of them in here and then get a really solid charge off. Yeah, something like that if we could. Yeah, the Nogar Lancers are pretty much wiped out, so I'm not too concerned about them. Let's start going after the infantry here. Let's see how they deal with a Mongol heavy cavalry charge. And I thought I saw... Oh, yes. Yes, that is excellent. Okay, you go after them, you go after them. You come around the corner here. So I thought I saw another little archer unit hiding there. And this one, yeah, you're going to come in this side. There you go, you chase them down. Oh, I love... Run! Yeah, we're going to get some nice rear charges on these boys as well. Let's watch that. Coming in from both sides. Yes, there goes the Mongol heavy horse... Or, sorry, the Mongol heavy cavalry. There's the Mongol flag rising over the first Cuban settlement. Did they manage to chase those archers down? They did. Well done, well done. Capture the gates, and is it just the general left? I think that it is. One of our cavalry units actually broke, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Let's actually push these guys in. We'll pull these guys back to the general. Can report to the Khan about how good things went. Very few casualties, and yeah, they broke those archers, which is just fine. Ah, they've got a barricade here. That's pretty sneaky, actually. I'll have to flank around to make sure he doesn't escape. Is he actually, like, trying to flee the battlefield? Those archers came back, actually. Yeah, you guys go after that. Oh yeah, and these guys can pull back as well. Let's see this charge. Not sure if the general is actually going to charge it. No, it looks like he's trying to just leave. Where are you going, you coward? Oh, we're trying to lock him into melee. I guess we're just going to capture the victory point, though. A little anticlimactic, but let's actually bring the general in as well. We should do okay against him. He is heavy bow cav versus my heavy shot cav, so hopefully we'll win. You should be getting the army loss penalty pretty soon as well. I have no idea where the general is in this, though. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't see anybody who stands out. Except for this guy here. He seems a little more heavily armored. But then again, there's other heavily armored guys in the unit as well. Yeah, we should be able to wreck that. There we go. Let's bring him in. The first conquered territory. Take a look at this as well. How sick does this look? Actually, even just like that, if we look through the trees, you can see the banners of the Golden Horde raised up over this city. And of course, here comes the Khan himself. Very cool. And actually, that is him right there, holding the sword. Very cool. Are we going to wrap them up anytime soon, though? Or do I have to send some reinforcements down? Maybe send some more reinforcements. You can just hear the thunder of the cavalry. Thousands of warriors. Surely now we have the upper hand, no? What's shooting at me over here? Oh, they ended up getting more horse archers, eh? Okay, well we still have 8 horse archers over here, which is good. These two can come in here and actually take them out, the heavy horse archers. And these towers are doing a number on us. We're actually losing more than I would like, which is a little frustrating. Should be able to power through, though. We did capture the victory point, and we do have 22 seconds left on the clock. So will he break first, or will we just capture the settlement? And he broke first, I believe. Yes. Let's go ahead and end the battle. And a decisive first victory for the Golden Horde. And there we go. They were defeated. Thankfully, didn't lose any of our units, which is excellent. Now, we're not going to occupy it. Occupying the settlement will end your migration. Yes, that could be an issue for us. I think some of the mechanics make it extremely expensive, and it'll just destroy your economy. So that's why one of the objectives is to get that massive war chest of 250,000. But I mean, it's not much for sacking, so I think we're just going to raise this one. Just blow it up for the glory of the Mongols. Excellent. And does he have enough movement to encamp? He does not, unfortunately, so he won't be able to replenish this turn. But he did gain some household traits there, so armor plus 10%, charge bonus plus 10% for cavalry recruits, very nice, and extra integrity. And he did lose some authority, which is unfortunate. Oh, actually, is that because of his wife? Yes, we definitely need to get that authority back up because we don't want any issues with morale. And then getting zeal, too, will definitely help. So if we go authority, and then a zeal. Wait, no, that's not correct. It's cunning. Authority and cunning. Very good. So that actually went pretty well for us. Okay, we've got 2 armies coming in, though, from the Cumans. So that could be a little bit of an issue for us. I could move this army in to reinforce, but I don't think that would be a very good idea. I've got 8 shock cavalry, though. I've got 10 horse archers. Might be a little more than I need, actually. But can I get all of these upgraded? Can get them upgraded. And I'm going to end the episode very shortly, but let's see what these 2 armies do. They could actually reach me where I am. How much movement do I have here? Are we out of movement? Can't remember if I moved him already. No, he could move. So, I mean, I could move a little bit out of the way. How far can they reach? Pretty much the same distance. So if I came here, just to give myself another turn. Yeah. So, oh gosh, it's so hard. Somewhere like there. Although, how big is their force? Let me see. 11 and 7. So actually, we're fine. I think we're fine. We could actually just move into the Khanate of Volga, Bulgaria. I mean, it'd be nice if we could get to the river. So that it would be a river crossing battle, but I don't think that's going to happen. So let's just move over here. Wonder if his integrity will get better. Because we'll be in a... That should be a new province. So now we should be fine. However, this is also a problem, is that they could actually come after this horde. And if they do that, we will not be able to defend them. However, we could swing around with this horde and help them out. In fact, so he can reach there and he can reach there. What if I moved closer? Somewhere like there. They're not going to be able to reach me.
Ready for orders.
Encamp there. And I think we're going to be good. Yeah, very good. Alright, let's go ahead and do one more end turn, and then we should be able to save it and end the episode. The first episode in the Golden Hordes campaign. Or in this case, it's technically the Ulus, or the Ulus of Jochi. It's not the Golden Horde yet, but we're going to be eventually. did lose vision on those Cuman forces, so they could actually be moving south to recolonize their lost settlement. See, this is why spies would actually be very useful, so that we can see on incoming armies. I think I might invest in a couple of them. The Mongol invasion. Word has arrived of a great power rising in the east, one that is determined to conquer or destroy all on its warpath. The Mongol armies are a terrifying force to behold, consisting of large amounts of light cavalry that provide their armies with extraordinary mobility. The Mongols also employ weapons in their armies that are yet unheard of in Europe and the Near East. To those opposing them, only one thing is clear: surrender or be destroyed. Very cool. And our Imperium increased as well. So can't get any more of the characters, but we can actually field up to 8 armies now. And assassinate the following character. Who is this? We could do that, actually, because we could actually hire an assassin, but I don't actually want to do that just yet, because... Oh my goodness, what the heck is this? Oh, is this all mine? Yo, you've got to be kidding me. This is so OP. It's so overpowered. What do we got here? Gazan, we've got... who's this? Berke. Toliu.
For the tribe!
Yasugi.
Thirsty for battle!
And another Sabatai? Isn't this guy Sabatai up here? Okay, so what? We have all these armies now? Let me check. We have 8 out of 8 armies. That is so overpowered. Man, I thought this was going to be more difficult. But we just gained a ton more armies. Ah, okay, they're not developed, which is fine.
Ready for orders.
No kidding. And pretty solid forces, too. I mean, this one needs to be adjusted a little bit. Got some catapults there. It's going to be difficult to manage their integrity, though. Yeah, we'll deal with that and more in the next episode, though, guys. Thank you so much for watching this first episode of the Mongol Hordes. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. And as always, I will see you in the next one.